Dear Diary, everybody seems so angry and upset today. Everybody thinks today is the worst it's ever been. Dear Diary, I also ate 5 kilos of chocolate, some muffins, and a piece of gelato cake. I can't seem to be losing weight. What is happening? So, some things are just not what they seem. We can look at them and not see the actual picture. It's called perspective. Now, everybody knows that perspective is basically how we see things from different angles, or, shapes and forms we all know about. Picture that would look different to another person, or even that magic voodoo dress that everybody sees different colors as well. So why is it that perspective is something I want to talk about today? We are going through some challenging times. I can't deny that right now with everything that's happening. However, I do not agree when the people say this is the worst that we've ever been. Humanity is the worst that's ever been. People are very egocentric in the sense that every generation thinks they had it the worst or the best. Even the Greeks, the Romans, even before that time, they were thinking, oh, we are discovering something the best, or it can never be worse, Industrial revolution, they were saying, oh my God, when people were reading newspaper in the trains, they were saying, oh, this is the worst thing because nobody is socializing. So just that extreme, it's the worst or it's the best, is not, I think, very helpful in these times. Nothing is black and white, and there are so many different perspectives. So let's talk a little bit about perspectives. First of all, why do we feel that we are personally attacked, or we are very, very angry when somebody doesn't agree with our perspective? It's because we identify with our views and opinions, which is okay, but we need to also realize it's fluid, right? And that's good. We do have fluid identity. We don't have to stick to a certain thing. When we learn something, or we allow ourselves to learn something, we can then see things differently and be okay that we are not betraying our true selves. We are literally evolving, learning, growing. And that is with perspective where you should go. It's easier said than done, because obviously, again, our brain, naughty brains, are something that works against that, changing our views. Imagine our brain when we are born as a white field of freshly fallen snow. So, not because it's cold or yucky, but just, we think things a certain, or learn things a certain way. And then those thoughts and views are going to create pathways, and there'll be all these pathways, and then we're going to be reinforcing them because we're going to be in probably similar environments, hearing similar things, reading similar things. So our view is then cemented, or the pathways are really, really stuck in the same way, because our ratings, okay, this is something we know. This is what's keeping us safe. Maybe we do realize it's not the best. We don't know if we take another way, is that going to be a good way? It's going to be harder. So let's just stick to this way. So that's our brain kind of leading us always in the same direction. It's just safer and easier, right? So that makes it much, much more harder with our perspective to change it in that way. Oh, is it all gloom and bloom? Are we just destined to just go same way all the time? Well, it takes a little bit of courage, a sprinkle of courage, a sprinkle of curiosity, and a sprinkle of flexibility. Understand it. It's okay to have different perspective, and that we might have a different perspective one day, especially if the one we have right now is not really working for us, and we are feeling that it's not making our life any better, or people around us as well. We do feed from each other's perspectives. So all these crises, there's a lot of things you can do. There's books about fake it till you make it, and these things do work. So what I did read recently is one thing that really works is visualization. See, new words, new pathways created in my little brain. Apparently visualization is literally creating future memories. Our brain doesn't know what's a real memory a lot of times, or what we created. So, putting those I chose a really good word for this. Using our imagination to create those new pathways in our brain in the snow, it can actually already help us in then brain being like, oh wait, I know this thing. When we actually decide to do it, they're like, oh wait, I kind of know this thing. I think this is safe, because in our brain we all kind of did it. Of course, it's not that simple, and again, all about that all or nothing, oh, can't do it, I can't do it, I did this meditation, I imagine it, I fake it till make it, but I'm still feeling crap, I'm still thinking this way. Yes, okay, so let's get something straight. You've been thinking a certain way, or you had some perspective for, I don't know, 20, 25, 30, whatever years, and now you're ready to maybe shake things up a little bit. But 30 years of doing the same thing, having habit, having that pathway is really concreted. It's not gonna change overnight. So even little shifts are okay. Let's be okay with little changes, little shifts. It doesn't have to be all or nothing again. So even if, every single time we visualize or change a little bit of it, that's good. That's good enough. That's already going in the right direction. Being kind to ourselves, it's all about that balance. Let's balance being kind and learning new things and changing our perspective. So in today's crisis world, is it really crisis? Something people have been going on centuries. And I'm not saying, very specific thing, oil's wars, yeah. Lack of resources, yeah. That's been just universal human thoughts of disasters and gloom and sadness. That's always been there. That's always been there. That's not unique right now, and it's not unique to us. But we do have now a lot of more information about it. So we do have a bit more opportunities if we decide we want to. So that's just my 5 cents about perspective and the crisis that's been happening. I'm so sorry to do that. I don't want to in any way, shape or form minimalize what's happening, obviously. However, I do want to give power back to us about how we see things and how it can be little by little changed in the direction that we want to, and just being kind to ourselves about it. That's it. So hope then when we work on ourselves, that's gonna seep forward, and everybody can have opportunity then. Maybe I can't create this pathway right away, but maybe I can use some slates or just create an angel in the snow currently, and that's enough. That's enough for me. So tell me what you think about your perspective, about how you feel of changing it, or being, maybe offended if somebody has a different one, even though we know it's fluid, like our identity. So what do you think of human mind, and how do you manage to create those new pathways? It's good. We can always learn from each other, and I do it every day. So my snow, my little hamster, sometimes he's just sleeping, but sometimes I want him to learn. I'm like, wake up, little hamster. No, I'm not choking him. I'm wake up gently. Wake up and do something different. Don't just run in a circle. Big heart, big love, and let me know what you guys think in the comments. Yay!